With big hungry tigers, table manners have no grace. Dear, 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 no, dear, 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 no, oh dear, no. After they have eaten, do they never say their grace? Dear, 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 no, dear, 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 no, oh dear, no. Hunting tigers can be with fun, like even hunters run. Hunting tigers out in the yard, out in the yard. Yo! You all know how beastly tigers are. Out in the yard. They bite, they scratch, they never make so much fuss. Say, push, push. Tigers out in the yard. Out in the yard. Yeah! Hunting tigers out in the yard. Out in the yard. Yeah. They bite, they scratch, they make an awful fuss. There's no good stroking them and saying push, push, push. Hunting tigers out in the yard. Out in India. Yo! Hunting tigers out in India. Well, I thought I'd give you a new song there. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Here now, we've been hunting tigers in India.
Oh.
I got this new song I play for the kids.
Very nice.
It's just a bit of fun for them, you know, and they all go, "Rawr!"
Oh, wow.
Tiger.
Nice.
Okay, well, let's start, and the others can join in. Krishna, 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 hey.
Krishna, 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 hey.
Krishna, 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 Rakshamam.
Krishna, 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 Pahimam.
Rama Raghav, Rama Raghav, Rama Raghav, Rakshamam.
Krishna Kesava, Krishna Keshav, Krishna Keshav, Pahimam.
That's it. Okay, so now we're let's go to the. I was reading this the other day. This some of the chapter again. Such an exciting part when this Samba he is kidnapping Lakshmana. He's kidnapping this girl. She didn't want him to kidnap her. She was probably thinking of somebody else, marrying them. And along comes this Samba and takes her away. So now the Kuru dynasty, Bhishma Dev, Drona, Duryodhana, Karna, they are the superior family. They are the bigger family, the more richer. The Hastinapur was the greatest city in India during this time, the Mahabharata era. And now this young rascal from the Yadu dynasty, these Yadus who are inferior, he's come and stolen their princess. So this is the scenario. So let's see what happens from here.
Let's start.
Yeah, go ahead.
Although Lord Balram knew very well that by slight provocation people are prepared to fight with one another in the age of Kali, he did not like the idea that the two great dynasties, the Kuru dynasty and the Yadu dynasty, would fight amongst themselves, even though they were influenced by Kali Yuga. Instead of fighting with them, he wisely thought, let me go there and see the situation. Let me try to see if the fight can be settled by mutual understanding. Balram's idea was that if the Kuru dynasty would be induced to release Samba along with his wife, Lakshmana, then the fight would be avoided. He therefore immediately arranged for a nice chariot to go to Hastinapur, accompanied by learned priests and Brahmins, as well as by some of the elder members of the Yadu dynasty. He was confident that the members of the Kuru dynasty would agree to this marriage and avoid fighting with the Yadus. As Lord Balram proceeded towards Hastinapur in his chariot, accompanied by the Brahmins and the elders, he looked like the moon shining the clear sky amongst the glittering stars. When Lord Balram reached the precincts of the city of Hastinapur, he did not enter but stationed himself in a camp outside the city, in a small garden house. Then he asked Uddhava to meet the leaders of the Kuru dynasty and inquire from them whether they wanted to fight with the Yadu dynasty or make a settlement. Uddhava went to see the leaders of Kuru dynasty, and he met all the important members, including Bhishmadev, Dhritarashtra, Dronacharya, Duryodhan, Pahalika, and after offering them due respects, he informed them that Lord Balram had arrived at the garden outside the city gates.
Okay. So outside city gates. That was a long paragraph there, but I can't seem to find. Although Lord Balram patiently heard the insulting words. I see. That's another part. I was looking at another although Lord Balram. Right, there we are. I found you now. Carry on, Archana, with the exciting story.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. The leaders of the Kuru dynasty, especially Dhritarashtra and Duryodhan, were joyful because they knew very well that Lord Balram was a great well-wisher of their family. There were no bounds to their joy on hearing the news, and so they immediately welcomed Uddhava. In order to properly receive Lord Balram, they all took in their hands auspicious par- pra- paraphernalia for his reception and went to see him outside the city gate. According to their respective positions, they welcomed Lord Balram by giving him in charity nice cows and argya, a mixture of arti, water, and assortment of items such as honey, butter, flowers, and sandalwood pulp. Because all of them knew that exalted position of Lord Balrama as the supreme personality of Godhead, they bowed their heads before the Lord with great respect. They all exchanged words of reception by asking one another about their welfare. And when such formalities were finished, Lord Balrama, in greater voice and very patiently, submitted before them for the following words for their consideration. My dear friends, this time I have come to you as a messenger with the order of the all-powerful King Ugrasena. Please therefore hear the order with attention and great care. Without wasting a single moment, please try to carry out the order. King Ugrasena knows very well that you warriors of the Kuru dynasty improperly fought with the pious Samba, who was alone, and that with great difficulty and unright righteous tec- tactics you have arrested him. We have all heard this news, but we are not very much agitated because we are most intimately related to one another. I do not think we should disturb our good relationship. We should continue our friendship without any unnecessary fighting. Please, therefore, immediately release Samba and bring him along with his wife Lakshmana before me.
Okay, so this he was very nicely received there, and they gave him this argya, and argya is a beautiful thing we offered to the Lord in the morning. We offered him after we have dressed the deities in the morning. We usually start dressing the deities around about 10 past 5 in the morning. We offer the Bhuta Stuti prayers or Bhuta Shuddhi prayers and other prayers from different scriptures. And then we bathe the deities, undress them, bathe them. Then we put Thailam, till, nice oil on them. And then we dress them nicely. Then we decorate them with jaris and kundali and all the things, mukut. And then after that, we offer a little arti. And then we offer them argyam, which is a very nice combination of dairy product with honey and various things. And it's offered as just to sweeten the mouth. Very, very nice. Then after that, we offer the deity, the Lord, some fruit, little fruit offering with tulsi. And then after that, we open the curtain, and then everyone has darshan of the Lord. So I'm just sharing that with you a little bit, reminding myself of those happy days doing puja on the altar early in the morning. Very auspicious, and I recommend anyone to do this if they can one day. You get on the altar there, and you dress the deities. It's a very wow. It's like not being on this planet, because it's like just around Brahma Muhurta time. It's not in the Brahma Muhurta because it's the Brahma Muhurta will have passed. Well, it depends actually which time of the year. Sometimes it's in Brahma Muhurta. I did find it more spiritual, special doing it during the winter period. And anyway, it's a fabulous experience.
But do you have to be initiated to perform that?
You have to have taken an initiation, yes. You know, there's some things, formularies that we have to go through, some purificatory samskars, and all that. But once you've done that, you know, to go on the altar, it's very, especially doing the Brahma Muhurta in the morning, it's extraordinary. What page? Can you tell them what page Namrata and Nikunj Bhai are on, please?
Page 611, depending on what
Right,
Krishna book you have.
Or 611, 610, or 6112, around there.
This book.
And Charnaravinda Prabhu is here. Welcome, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, have you got anything to read?
I haven't today, no.
No. We have to get you this Krishna book, you know.
I will have to, yes. I'll have to get it from Krishna Shop.
Yeah, you can order it online even. You can get one online. They don't cost much, a Krishna book. and then you'll have one then at your beck and call.
Mm.
So let's ask Nikunjbai to start reading if he knows. My dear friends, this time I have come to you as a messenger. This is where we are at now. This is Balaram speaking. Is that correct?
One second, Prabhuji, I'm trying to find it.
Okay, I'll continue then. I'll continue till you find it. My dear friend, said Balaram.
My dear friend.
Speak, Prabhu? I can't hear you. Prakash.
Charinda, Prabhu, I'll put the link on the chat so you can click on it. We're on chapter 68.
Click on the link, Prabhu. Go ahead. Okay, my dear friends, this time I have come to you as a messenger for the order of the all-powerful King Ugrasena. Please, therefore, hear the order with attention and great care. Without wasting a single moment, please try to carry out the order. King Ugrasena. Okay, I'm going as slowly as possible for Charnaravinda to catch up. Without wasting a single moment, please try to carry out the order. King Ugrasena knows very well that you warriors, I think that, no, did Archana just read this? She did, yes, I thought as much.
Yeah, she just read that.
This is the next paragraph down, okay? More time wasted, so you can catch up.
When Lord Balaram spoke in...
Here we go, everyone. When Lord Balaram spoke in a commanding tone, he spoke in a commanding tone. Can we hear you speak in a commanding tone, Charnaravinda Prabhu? No, we can't hear you. Turn up. Let's hear you speak in a commanding tone.
I'm afraid I cannot do that just now.
Oh, thank you very much. And Archana, in a commanding tone, please. Kemcho, Jai Shri Krishna. Jigna, hey, Jigna's here. Hare Krishna, Jigna. Well,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Balaram is speaking in a commanding tone, you see, because can you speak in a commanding tone for us for a moment, please?
Oh, me?
Yes.
No, I don't think I can do that either.
Yes, you.
Okay.
Okay, she said, okay. Right.
Her tone is always commanding.
Let's hear Nikunj by speaking a commanding tone. Oh, he's on Monavrat. Let's hear Prakash speaking a commanding tone.
Haribol.
Oh, he said commandingly. Namrata Ben, you can say in a commanding tone.
She's preoccupied at the moment, but I can.
Ah, she's commanding the kitchen at the moment. Okay.
What shall I say?
Well, you just said it now. She's in a commanding situation.
We're on chapter 68.
Yes, he said commandingly.
I don't even know which paragraph they're on.
When Balaram spoke in a commanding tone,
why can I not find it?
Assertion.
When Balaram spoke in a commanding tone.
Oh,
found it, yes. When Balaram spoke in a commanding tone.
Full of heroic assertion. Heroic assertion is that, your leader, friends, Romans, Countrymen, give me all your money. I mean, lend me your ears.
Ah, very
So,
good.
when Balaram spoke in a commanding tone full of heroic assertion, supremacy, and chivalry, the leaders of the Kuru dynasty did not appreciate his statements. Rather, all of them became agitated, and with great anger, they said, "Oh, can we have a big O, please?"
Oh,
That's good. Archana.
In my book, it said hello,
All right, say hello then.
hello.
Hello, Jigna.
Hello.
Hello, 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 hello. These words are very astonishing, but quite befitting the age of Kali. Otherwise, how could Balaram speak so vituperatively? The language and tone used by Balaram are simply abusive, and due to the influence of this age of Kali, it appears that the shoes befitting the feet want to rise to the top of the head.
You need to give me the spoon
Okay.
and
Okay.
tea bagging.
Want to rise to the top where the helmet is worn. We are connected with the Yadu dynasty by marriage, and because of this, they have been given the chance to come live with us, dine with us, and sleep with us. Now they are taking advantage of these privileges. This is the mentality of the Kuru dynasty, the superior Maharati and great Kshatriya dynasty towards the lesser Yadu Vrishni dynasty. They had practically no position before we gave them a portion of our kingdom to rule. And now they are trying to command us. We have allowed the Yadu dynasty to use the royal insignias like the whisk, fan, conch shell, white umbrella, crown, royal throne, sitting place, and bedstead, along with everything else befitting the royal order. They should not have used such royal paraphernalia in our presence, but we did not check them due to our family relationship. Now they have the audacity to order us to do things. Well, enough of their impudence. This is how they're speaking now. They're speaking to Balaram, by the way. Ouch. All I can say is ouch.
It wasn't Balaram speaking then.
No, these are the Kurus. The Kurus are replying to Balaram's words of speaking with great authority and heroic speech with authority. It would be best to take all these things away. It is improper to feed a snake with milk, since such merciful activities simply increase his venom. The Yadu dynasty is now trying to go against those who have fed them so nicely. Their flourishing condition is due to our gifts and merciful behavior. And still they are so shameless that they are trying to order us. How regrettable are all these activities. No one in the world can enjoy anything if members of the Kuru dynasty like Bhishma, Dronacharya, and Arjuna do not allow them to. Okay, I'll stop there because it's a very, very long paragraph. Carry on, Nikunj Bhatt.
sorry, Babaji, where did you stop off?
Carry on, Jigna. Exactly as?
Sorry, yes. Exactly as a lamb cannot enjoy life in the presence of a lion without our desire, it is not even possible for the demigods in heaven, headed by King Indra, to find enjoyment in life.
All right then.
Human beings.
I'll see you tomorrow.
You've done.
Actually, the members of the Kuru dynasty were very much puffed up due to their opulence, kingdom, aristocracy, family tradition, great warriors, family members, and vast, expansive empire. They did not even observe common formalities of civilized society, and in the presence of Lord Balaram, they uttered insulting words about the Yadu dynasty. Having spoken in this unmannerly way, they returned to their city of Hastinapur.
Okay, go ahead, Nikunj Bhai.
Although Lord Balarama patiently heard the insulting words and simply observed their uncivil behavior, from his appearance, it was clear that he was burning with anger and was thinking of retaliating with great vengeance. His bodily features became so much agitated that it was difficult for anyone to look at him. He laughed very loudly and said, "It is true that if a man becomes too puffed up because of his family, opulence, beauty, and material advancement, he no longer wants a peaceful life, but becomes belligerent towards all others. It is useless to give such a person good instruction for gentle behavior and peaceful life. On the contrary, one should search out ways and means to punish him. Generally, due to material opulence, a man becomes exactly like an animal. To give an animal peaceful instructions is useless, and only means is argumentum ad baculum. In other words, the only means to keep animals in order is a stick. Just see how impudent are the members of the Kuru dynasty. I wanted to make a peaceful settlement despite the anger of all the other members of the Yadu dynasty, including Lord Krishna himself. They were preparing to attack the whole kingdom of the Kuru dynasty, but I pacified them and took the trouble to come here to settle the affair without any fighting. Yet these rascals behave like this. It is clear that they do not want a peaceful settlement, for they are factually warmongers. With great pride, they have repeatedly insulted me by calling the Yadu dynasty ill names.
Okay, so this is a real face-off situation. We're facing off here. And of course, Balaram is very perceptive, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in the form of Swayam Prakash. Swayam Prakash means that he is Swayam, the original expansion of the Lord. The first expansion means Swayam Prakash. And the Swayam Bhagavan means the original source of all incarnations and the source of all prakashans or expansions of the Lord. Therefore, Lord Krishna, in the first verse of the Srimad Bhagavatam, 111, Lord Krishna is known as Swarat. Can we all say Swarat?
Swarat.
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 Yes, it's explained there. Excuse me. Janmadyasya yaton vayat itaratas chante sva bigna Swarat. Swarat means that he is completely independent of anyone and everything. Completely independent. And he's independent of Vishnu, Narayan, anyone. There's no one that the Lord Krishna is dependent on for his existence, whilst Narayan is dependent on Lord Balaram for his existence. Narayan in Vaikuntha. All the Narayan forms of the Lord and the Vishnu Murtis are expanding from Balaram. This is the sequence of expansions, how everything is coming from Krishna. So Krishna himself is called Swarat, or completely independent of anyone else. So now Balaram has become very angry because he took the trouble. He's taken trouble here to go to these Bhishma and Drona and these great kings out of respect and love. He's gone to them to offer them good advice, and they've taken it as milk being touched by the lips of a saint. Actually, his advice was like paya, like the milk, and they are behaving like the snakes, taking that milk and turning it to poison. But they have actually projected the same mentality onto Lord Balaram. This is called projectionism. Projectionism in psychology. And also it is called Atmavan Manyate Jagat in Sanskrit. Atmavan Manyate means one thinks all others like oneself. So they are thinking like this, but they're saying Balaram is thinking like that. This is a nonsense mentality. You find a lot of nonsense people, they will do this. They will be thinking something, but they'll accuse you of thinking it. This is very common in Kali Yuga. People who are shallow, superficial people, people who are not trustworthy, they will think it'll be in them, but they will project themselves onto you. And these people are to be avoided. There's a little lesson there in that, okay? Let's carry on then with Ramesh Bhai. Go on, Ramesh Bhai. Even the King of Heaven.
Where we are, Prabhu?
Oh dear me, oh dear me, oh dear, dear me. Dear, dear, oh dear, oh dear, 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 oh dear, dear me. We don't know. Prabhuji, you have to find it as we're reading.
Huh?
Even the King of Heaven. Even the King of Heaven.
Chapter 69.
Oh dear me. Prabhuji, this is the marriage of Samba, and we are right away into the story now. So carry on listening and try to catch it later. Is Namrata back yet from the kitchen?
Yes, she's here. Wait, give me 1 second. She's waiting.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Even the King of Heaven, Indra abides by the order of Yadu dynasty.
Okay.
And you consider King Ugrasena, the head of Bhojas, Vrishnis, Adhakas, and Yadavas to be the leader of small flanks. Your conclusion is wonderful. You do not care for King Ugrasena, whose order is obeyed even by King Indra. Consider the exalted position of the Yadu dynasty. They have forcibly used both the assembly house and the Parijata tree of the heavenly planets. And still you think that they cannot order you? Don't you even think that Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, can sit on the exalted royal throne and command everyone? All right. All right. If your thinking is like that, you deserve to be taught a lesson. You have thought it wise that the royal insignias like the whisk, fan, white umbrella, royal throne, and the other princely paraphernalia not be used by the Yadu dynasty. Does this mean that even Lord Krishna, the Lord of the whole creation, and the husband of the goddess of fortune, cannot use this royal paraphernalia? The dust of Krishna's lotus feet is worshipped by all the great demigods. The Ganges water inundates the whole world, and since it emanates from his lotus feet, its banks have turned into a great place of pilgrimage. The principal deities of all planets engage in his service and consider themselves most fortunate to take the dust of the lotus feet of Krishna on their helmets. Great demigods like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and even Goddess of Fortune and I are simply planetary parts of his spiritual identity. And still you think that he is not fit to use the royal insignia or even sit on the royal throne? Alas, how regrettable it is that these fools consider us, the members of the Yadu dynasty, to be like shoes and themselves like helmets. It is clear now that these leaders of Kuru dynasty have become mad over their worldly possession and opulence. Every statement they made was full of crazy proposals. I should immediately take them to task and bring them to their senses. If I do not take steps against them, it will be improper on my part. Therefore, On this very day, I shall rid the whole world of any trace of the Kuru dynasty. I shall finish them off immediately. While talking
Now
like this,
they're in trouble. Now they're in trouble. Now Balaram is infuriated by the impudence of the Kurus, who themselves consider themselves superior to everyone else. But what the Kurus don't know, and what they've missed out here, especially Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana, they were spiritually bereft. They were poverty-stricken in spiritual terms. And what they don't realize is that prior to Lord Krishna's taking birth, via the prayers of Bhumi Devi to Lord Brahma, the goddess of the earth planet, prior to his appearance, many of the demigods in the heavenly planets took birth in the Yadu dynasty. And they're not realized, they haven't understood this, that great celestial denizens of heaven have descended and taken birth in the Yadu dynasty. The Yadu dynasty, they're considered to be inferior to them, is actually far superior to them. But because of worldly wealth and great wealth, they are blinded. Therefore, it says in the Shastra that too much wealth will blind you. Too much wealth, you become so complacent that you think you'll never die. You think that you're indestructible. You go crazy, in fact, and lose all sense. So this is what's happened here. So let's go on. Come on, Ramesh Bhai. Let's carry on while talking like this. Come on now. Here we go.
Prabhuji, still I don't know where we are.
Ah! Jigna, sort him out.
Which page? Page number?
Well, tell him, Prabhu Prakash.
page 610.
610.
Yeah. And
Towards the end.
also Lord Brahma.
Just below.
While talking like this.
The leader of the Kuru dynasty.
While talking like this.
Prabhuji, count 10 lines from last.
The grace page.
Okay, we carry on. Charnaravinda Prabhu, carry on. While talking like this. Sound on. Sound on.
I'm afraid
Prakash, can you
the
carry
link
on?
that have been put up kindly by some devotees is not actually working for me this time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Prakash, carry on, Prabhu, while talking like this.
While talking like this, Lord Balram seemed as furious that he looked as if he could burn the whole cosmic creation to ashes. He stood up steadily and, taking his plough in his hand, began striking the earth with it, separating the whole city of Hastinapur from the earth. And then he began to drag the city towards the flowing water of River Ganges. This caused a great tremor throughout Hastinapur, as if there had been an earthquake, and it seemed that the whole city would be dismantled.
Go on, Archana.
When all the members of the Kuru dynasty saw that their city was about to fall into the water of Ganges, and when they heard their citizens howling in great anxiety, they immediately came to their senses and understood that what was happening. Thus, without waiting another second, they brought forward the daughter of Lakshmana. They also brought Samba, who had forcibly tried to take her away, keeping him in the forefront with Lakshmana at his back. All the members of the Kuru dynasty appeared before Lord Balram with folded hands just to beg the pardon of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, using good sense, they said, O Lord Balram, reservoir of pleasure, you are the maintainer and support of the entire cosmic situation. Unfortunately, we are all unaware of your inconceivable potencies. Dear Lord, please consider us most foolish. Our intelligence was believing dead and not in order. Therefore, we have come before you to beg your pardon. Please excuse us. You are the original creator, sustainer, and inhalator of the whole cosmic manifestation. And still, your position is always transcendental. O all powerful Lord, great sages speak about you. You are the original perpetrator, and everything in the world is just like your toy. O unlimited one, you have a hold on everything like child's play. You hold all the planetary system on your head. When the time for dissolution comes, you close up the whole cosmic manifestation without yourself. At the time, nothing remains but yourself lying in the casual ocean as Mahavishnu.
Well,
Our dear Lord.
That's great. That's great. Now, Mahavishnu. Ramesh, are you reading this part by? Vancho.
No, he's not. He's still figuring it out.
Okay, Jigna, you carry on from there then.
Okay. Our dear Lord, you have appeared on this earth in your transcendental body, just for the maintenance of the cosmic situation. You are above all anger, envy, and enmity. Whatever you do, even in the form of chastisement, is auspicious for the whole material existence. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you, because you are the imperishable Supreme Personality of Godhead, the reservoir of all opulences and potencies. O Creator of innumerable universes, let us fall down and offer you our respectful obeisances again and again. We are now completely surrendered unto you. Please, therefore, be merciful upon us and give us your protection. When the prominent members of the Kuru dynasty, from grandfather Bhishmadev to Arjuna and Duryodhan, had offered their respectful prayers in that way, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Balaram, immediately became softened and assured them that there was no cause for fear and that they need not worry.
Okay, now Balaram, he's shown his cards. He's shown his cards. He said, right, forget about the army this time. I'm not going to mess around. We're not going to play soldiers and kshatriyas. And he said, I'm just going to take you all out, with my plow. So, he's showing that his plow, his hala, is more powerful than their great bows and arrows and weapons of or swords and lances and bludgeons and gadas and all the various types of darts. They had special darts they would throw at people that would pierce the heart, etc. All these weapons were of no use. He just took his plow and started dragging the whole city. Now, this is God. This is God. They're realizing that we've forgotten, we've forgotten who Balaram is, Balaramji. He is Swayam Prakash. He is directly the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, expanded from Lord Krishna. So they've understood the situation. And now Balaram, seeing that they're fearful, has told them, you don't have to worry. Ramesh Bhai, have you found it yet?
Yeah, I find out.
Hooray! Let's give him a Haribo. Haribo!
For the most of part, it was the practice of the Kshatriya king to inaugurate some king of fighting between the party of the bride and bridegroom. Before the marriage, when Samba forcibly took away Lakshmana, the elder member of the Kuru dynasty were pleased to see that he was actually the suitable match for her. In order to see his personal strength, however, they fought with him, and without respect for the regulation of fighting, they all arrested him. When the Yudu dynasty decided to release Samba from the confinement of the Kurus, Lord Balrama came personally to settle the matter, and as a powerful Kshatriya, he ordered them to free Samba immediately. The Kauravas were
Kauravas.
Kauravas were superficially insulted by his order, so they challenged Lord Balrama power. They simply wanted to see him exhibit his inconceivable strength. Thus, with the great pleasure, they handed over their daughter to Samba, and the whole matter was settled. Duryodhana, being affectionate toward his daughter, Lakshmana, had her married to Samba in great prom for her dowry. He first gave 1,200 elephants, each at least 60 years old. Then he gave 10,000 nice horses, 6,000 chariot, dazzling just like the sunshine, and 1,000 maid servant decorated with golden ornament. Lord Balrama, the most prominent member of the Yadu dynasty, acted as guardian of the bridegroom. Samba and very pleasingly accepted the dowry. Balram was very satisfied after his great reception from the side of the Kurus, and accompanied by the newly married couple, he started toward his capital city of Dwarka.
Oh, thank you very much. That was very nice, Prabhu. Abar Bhai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So that was really nice. And of course, you know, these Kurus, they're enlightened people. So as Krishna, Arjuna was enlightened himself. They're all in Bhishma Dev. I mean, his instructions to Yudhishthir on the battle of Kurukshetra, the battlefield, when he was lying in the bed of arrows, his instructions to Yudhishthir on Dharma are fabulous. How Bhishma Dev was speaking. He said, Nahi kishtik kshanamapi. No, he said, Na yasya karhi chid rajan, puman veda vidhit sitan, na vijignasaya yukta, muhyanti kavayo hipi. This is Bhishma Dev speaking to Yudhishthir Maharaj. He said, "O Rajan, O great king, na yasya karhi chid Rajan, no one can understand, Rajan, the plan of the Lord. No one can understand how he's caused you so much suffering, put you into so much danger. No one can understand the Lord and his plan. Even great philosophers and kavis and great mystics have tried to, for years and years, have tried to understand. Na vijignasaya, na vijigna. They will never understand his confidential plan. Therefore, our only position is that we have to surrender to the Lord and surrender to his plan, because ultimately his plan will never fail. Our plans will always fail. Rarely do our plans come to fruition as we would like them. But Krishna's plan always is a success. So this is some of the teachings of Bhishma Dev. Very enlightened, but somehow or another, they became overcome by pride. They started speaking to Balaram, but also they wanted to see Balaram exhibit his supernatural strength. And therefore Balaram threatened to drag the city. In fact, he started to drag the whole city of Hastinapur into the holy Ganga. Okay. Is that Ramesh Bhai? Hare Krishna, Ramesh Bhai.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Okay, Nikunj Bhai, carry on. Lord Balaram.
Hare Krishna. Lord Balarama triumphantly reached Dwarka, where he met with many citizens who were all his devotees and friends. When they all assembled, Lord Balarama narrated the whole story of the marriage, and they were astonished to hear how Balarama had made the city of Hastinapura tremble. It is confirmed by Sukadeva Goswami that in those days the river flowing through the city of Hastinapura, present-day New Delhi, was known as the Ganges, although today it is called the Yamuna. From authorities like Jiva Goswami, it is confirmed that the Ganges and Yamuna are the same river flowing in different courses. The part of the Ganges which flows through Hastinapura to the area of Vrindavana is called the Yamuna because it is sanctified by the transcendental pastimes of the Lord Krishna. The part of Hastinapura which slopes toward the Yamuna becomes inundated during the rainy season and reminds everyone of Lord Balarama's threatening to cast the city into the Ganges. Thus ends a Bhaktivedanta purport of 68th chapter of Krishna, the marriage of Samba.
Oh, thank you very much. All right, so that is the little bit about Ganga and Jamuna. And of course, sadly, today the Jamuna is full of a lot of contamination, a lot of industrial waste, etc. is coming to the Jamuna. So she's not so pure in that sense, but she's always pure. That's why when I visit Vrindavan, I go and always take the bath in Jamuna. She's a very dark river. Ganga is very brownish color. Ganga Devi is a brown color. Who's taken bath in the Ganga? Yes?
We have taken bath.
We have.
Ganga Snan, Lelo?
Yeah, we've taken that.
Yes, but in Ganga. And the Ganga is a brownish color. Well, in Haridwar, Ganga is flowing very fast and very, very clean in Haridwar, of course. And then when Jamuna now, who's taken bath in Jamuna, Devi?
We
Yes,
have.
Yes,
We have.
yes. Now, Martin Nikunjbai. Jigna?
Yes.
Yeah, I had. Prabhu.
Yes.
Yes. And Ramesh Bhai? Yes. Archana? You're swimming?
Not yet, Prabhuji, but I'm going soon.
Going soon. Oh, Prakash Prabhu? Prakash, have you taken bath in Snan, in Jamuna Snan? Yes, okay. So Jamuna is very dark, very calm, very, very mysterious, Jamuna.
Very, very lost at the moment.
Yes, well, externally, but regardless of her condition, I always take a bath. Even if it's looking dirty, I'll still take the bath there. And
Question. Prabhuji, I had one question.
Yes.
Once we were in one katha, and that Suttapadas, like Swayam Bhagwan Keshav Sai Maharaj, he was giving a lecture, and he said that if you bathe in Ganga, all your sins get destroyed. But if you bathe in Yamuna, all your pious deeds gets clear of, vanish. Is that true? I didn't understand that statement.
Well, I think so, because I'm never I know that we devotees are very poverty-stricken people.
No, but I got a little scared because I was like, should we bathe in Yamuna River or not? Because if all are pious.
No, devotees are never scared, because I tell you why. To get out of the material world, we have to surrender to Krishna.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
a very big part of the art of surrender is that one only learns to fully depend on the Lord, not one's punya.
Oh, okay.
If
Punya
we're depending on punya, then we're in the position of King Nriga. King Nriga gave so much charity, so much, we can't imagine. We can't begin to imagine the billions and billions of pounds and dollars of charity he gave to the Brahmanas. Just now we viewed the dowry given by the Kurus to Samba. Thousands, 1,200 elephants. Now, one elephant is worth a Rolls Royce. Now, just imagine you go to someone's wedding and there's 1,200 Rolls Royces there ready for you to drive off in one of them as a gift. What a wedding! What a wedding! 1,000 maid servants, 1,000 horses, chariots, the chariot can be compared to a Porsche.
Okay.
Or a Ferrari. We're talking about wealth beyond our estimation. In fact, this kind of wealth would drive an accountant create pagal taigyoche. Because it's beyond. We can't
comprehend it.
There's no calculation. Therefore, in heaven, in Swagalo, this is why the demigods in heaven, they're completely bewildered by the opulence. There's so much opulence in heaven, in Swag, that it's practically impossible to practice bhakti. Because you're so enamored with so much wealth and so much going on. That's why it's not recommended to go to heaven. You see, it's not recommended. Vaishnavas never pray to go to heaven. Never. Better to go to hell than heaven for a Vaishnava. Better to suffer in hell, Narak, than go to the heaven. Therefore, Shiva tells Parvati in the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 17, text 28, he says to Parvati, Narayana Parasave Nakutaschana Bibhyati Swaga Apavarga Narakesh Vapi Tulyata Dashinaha. Narayana Parayana is the bhaktas of Lord Narayan and Lord Krishna. They're not attached to going to the Apavarga, getting moksha, going to Swag, or going to the Narak. Anything is good for them. Anything is, because they're not attached. Even if they go to the hell, they can function equally well there as going to the, in fact, better than going to the heaven. Heaven it can be very bewildering, and one can get a very beautiful body with a long life, lot of strength, and we get into the sense gratification so much. So this is Lord Shiva speaking to Parvati, how great a Vaishnava is. So don't worry about your punya sukritis. They have to be also burned up. They have to go. Okay? Otherwise, you end up like Nriga, and he had so much punya, but he made a mistake, and he still had to go to hell. He still had to, see Yamaraj, and then Yamaraj put him in the body of a lizard.
Okay.
So we shouldn't be attached to these things. Okay? Don't be frightened.
No, but it was just a little concerning because when he said
Don't be concerned.
that. Okay.
Because
Thank you very much.
when we are concerned, it means we are calculating ourselves. We are calculating things, working out how I'm going to be happy. Don't leave that to Krishna.
Okay, understood.
All that business to Krishna. That's his business.
Yes.
Our happiness is the Lord's business. Our business is how to satisfy the Lord unconditionally.
Okay.
100% unconditional. Not 50%, not 20%, 100%, 100% unconditional surrender to Krishna. This is what Krishna, he loves this. And therefore, Krishna will always look after his devotees.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we leave it now. We'll start next chapter, everyone, is the great sage Narada visits the different homes of Lord Krishna in Dwarka. This is a fabulous story. Don't miss it. It's a great story, and we will start next week. Same, do you want to start a bit later? Because a lot of you come late, you see. Should we start a bit later?
Okay.
Yeah, maybe like quarter past 7 or something, because that's the time we do DO and just finishing our dinner.
Yeah, because I can see Jigna is busy. Jigna is busy. Ramesh Pai is busy. Archana also is a busy lady. She's a Bakri woman. So let's start next week. We'll start at the slightly later time. Chana Ravinda Prabhu, 7:15.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
7:15 next week. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare
Bye.
Krishna.
Namo Namaha.
Srila Prabhupada.
Okay.
Haribol.
Hare
Chana
Krishna.
Ravinda's head going there. Haribol.
Hare
He's
Krishna.
giving his blessings to all of us.
Haribol. Thank you.